story named The Big Silly Crocodile. Let's start the story. In the heart of the swampy Snicklefritz lived Cuthbert, a crocodile unlike any other. Now, crocodiles are known for being fierce and ferocious, but Cuthbert? Well, Cuthbert was the big silly crocodile. His scales shimmered an unlikely shade of sunshine yellow, and his grin stretched from ear to ear, revealing a gap-toothed smile that could charm the socks off a suspicious heron. Cuthbert's silliness manifested in many ways. He'd yodel underwater, sending schools of fish into comical spirals. He'd collect pebbles, painting smiley faces on them with mud, and leave them as gifts for unsuspecting turtles. His favorite, however, was his collection of hats. A dented top hat for fancy swamp galas, which usually involved juggling water lilies, a floppy straw hat for sunbathing, which often ended with him snoring bubbles, and a mismatched pair of fuzzy earmuffs, which he wore just because. One particularly sunny afternoon, Cuthbert, sporting his prized polka-dotted chef's hat, declared, "Today, I shall invent the silliest soup ever." He gathered an assortment of unlikely ingredients: purple pondweed for color, bouncing mud balls for texture, and a generous helping of firefly sparkles for pizzazz. Now, Cuthbert wasn't exactly known for his culinary skills. His usual attempts at swamp stew ended up resembling a murky puddle. This time, however, something peculiar happened. As Cuthbert stirred his concoction with a giant lily pad, a magical purple mist swirled around the pot. The mud balls began to sing a jaunty tune, the pondweed pulsed with a rainbow below, and the fireflies formed dazzling constellations in the air. When the mist settled, a shimmering, jewel-toned soup sat before him, smelling like sunshine and laughter. Cuthbert, ever the adventurer, decided to share his creation. He paddled up to the grumpy old snapping turtle, Norbert. Norbert, known for his disdain for anything fun, eyed the soup with suspicion. Cuthbert, with a mischievous glint in his eye, plopped a steaming spoonful in a seashell and offered it to him. Norbert, after much grumbling, took a hesitant sip. His eyes widened. The soup exploded with a symphony of flavors: sweet, sour, and surprisingly spicy. A giggle bubbled up from his throat, a sound unheard in the swamp for decades. Soon, the entire swamp was filled with the sound of laughter. Cuthbert's silly soup brought joy to grumpy hippos, shy otters, and even the grumpy old bullfrog, Bartholomew. The moral of the story? Sometimes, the silliest things can have the most wonderful results. Cuthbert, the big silly crocodile, with his oddball inventions and infectious laughter, reminded everyone that a little silliness can go a long way in spreading happiness, proving that you don't have to be fierce or ferocious to be a legend in the swamp.